A shipwreck happens near the coast of Illyria. Viola, who is separated from her twin brother Sebastian, arrives on the shore and, with the help of a captain, disguises herself as a boy, calling herself Cesario. She decides to enter the service of Orsino, the Duke of Illyria. Duke Orsino is in love with Olivia, but his advances are rejected. He instructs Cesario to go and woo Olivia for him. Ironically, Viola, who is in the disguise of Cesario, has already fallen in love with Orsino. Despite initial hesitation, Cesario arrives to woo Olivia for Orsino. Though Olivia vouchsafed that she would not show her face to any stranger for 7 years to show her grief for her brother's death, she yields to obstinate Cesario and falls in love with him. She rejects Orsino's approach but asks Cesario to return. Orsino discusses the nature of love with Cesario, who tries to give hint of her feeling for him, but due to her disguise, he cannot get it. He again sends Cesario to Olivia, who confesses her love for him. Meanwhile, Viola's twin brother Sebastian arrives in Illyria with the help of Antonio, a sea captain and a former enemy of Orsino. Sebastian wants to look around the town, and Antonio gives him his purse to use, deciding to stay at the inn because if he enters Illyria, he will be arrested for once he severely wounded Duke's nephew. Now, there is also a subplot which is going parallelly with it. Staying with Olivia is her uncle, Sir Toby, who is encouraging Sir Andrew, his drinking companion and source of funds, to woo Olivia. While carousing with Olivia's full feste late one night, they quarrel with Malvolio, who is a strict observer of discipline. Actually, through Malvolio, Shakespeare is criticizing Puritans who were also strict observers of morality and against the theatre. So, with the help of Olivia's maid Maria, they decide to trick him. Maria writes a letter to him, forging Olivia's handwriting to make Malvolio think Olivia loves him. The letter asks Malvolio to dress and behave in eccentric ways. Toby, Andrew, and Fabian observe Malvolio opening the letter and believing the contents. He approaches Olivia accordingly, and she thinks it is Midsummer's Madness. Toby arranges for him to be confined in a dark room. Later, he gets Feste to disguise himself as a priest, Sir Topas, to taunt Malvolio. Malvolio writes a letter of complaint to Olivia. Meanwhile, Andrew prepares to leave the house, having seen Cesario favored by Olivia. But Toby persuades him to challenge Viola or Cesario to a duel. They are about to fight when Antonio arrives and defends Cesario, thinking him to be Sebastian. But Antonio is arrested by officers for his past guilt. He asks for his purse from Cesario, who of course has no knowledge of it. Andrew meets Sebastian and attacks again, but is beaten by Sebastian. Olivia appears to stop the fight and takes Sebastian with her. Thinking him to be Cesario, she is delighted that he has finally responded to her advances, and they go off to be married. Orsino is told by Caesario of Antonio's arrival, but when Antonio is brought before him and asserts that he has been with that man for some time, Orsino thinks him mad. Olivia arrives and again rejects Orsino's advances. As he and Cesario prepare to leave, Olivia insists on Cesario staying and calls him her husband. When Cesario denies it, she presents the priest for confirmation. Orsino is enraged, thinking Cesario has betrayed him. Sebastian then arrives, and the twins delightedly recognize each other. Everyone is amazed. Viola's true identity is revealed, and she and Orsino decide to be married. Feste delivers Malvolio's letter to Olivia, and he is brought from his shell. Fabian reveals the nature of the trick played upon him, and Malvolio leaves, vowing revenge on them all. They all prepare for celebration, leaving Feste